inspire, empower. Grab your girls and soar a little higher. Unlock the fire in you, 'cause real women don't bitch. No, real women don't. 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 Real women don't bitch.
Hey, thank you for joining me on the Real Women Don't Bitch podcast. This is your proud host, August Crenshaw, aka Mrs. Raw, Real, and Relentless. I am the #1 advanced mental conditioning specialist for entrepreneurs because building mental muscle is necessary in order to implement successful business strategies. This show has been created for the woman who is not excuse-driven and needs help building a profitable business. I will be interviewing women from various fields who are willing to break the silence on struggles that specifically affect female entrepreneurs. Welcome to a show where I and guest speakers from time to time share our methods that help us beast our business no matter what is going on in our lives. Whether you are an online or brick and mortar business owner, this show is for you. We will hit every angle, personal, professional, and spiritual. Why? Because on any given day, you get hit with shit from a scenario involving one, more, or perhaps all of the above. It all impacts you and your mindset towards your business. I have made it my personal mission to provide a space where we dive deep into the BS we face on a day-to-day basis. Hey, what's going on, ladies? That title might have made some people say I'm not listening to that shit. Work until it hurts. Give me a second, beautiful. Let me explain. I'm reading this book called Success Runs in Our Race by Dr. George Fraser. And one of the things that he said is that you should give until it hurts and then give until it feels good. And he's actually talking about networking and how when he meets people, he's more concerned about being the first one to give instead of being the first one to receive. And he talks about this spirit of giving and the law of reciprocity. And I'm like, yeah, that sounds good and it makes sense. And, you know, that's typically what happens. A lot of times you give and you give and you give as a business owner. You give a lot of freebies, you give a lot of time, you give a lot of consult calls. And in the beginning, it does hurt after a while because you're mastering your craft. You're probably not even talking to the right people, which is why so many people are saying no. But at least you took the jump, right? And you put yourself out there, but you're giving and you're giving and you're giving from this. So you see, I'm speaking from a different perspective, and it begins to hurt because why aren't people seeing your value? Why aren't people, reaching out to you if you're just giving, for instance, on social media? I give so much value and nobody's buying anything. And if you keep with it, all of a sudden something happens and the tides turn and you start reaping the benefits of all that you've given and clients start signing up. Even before then, maybe the benefit is that you get clarity and you're like, oh my God, I've been saying this all this time, but man, I didn't realize that that's wrong. I should market different and, I should do this and I should change that. So it may be epiphanies, it may be cash, I don't know. But you begin to say, oh, I appreciate this because there was a lesson in it. Or I'm so excited that I stuck with it because now I'm starting to reap the benefits of it. And so you gave until it felt good. Well, I want you all to think about the fact that sometimes you have to work and you work until it hurts and then you work until it feels good. Some of us, I know it's not everybody, have loftier dreams than others. And we have this idea about nonprofits that we're going to start when our businesses get at a specific level. And we see our businesses as an empire, not just something we do to make ends meet. Okay, well, I'm here to tell you that if your vision is really that big, the people that build visions that are that big are the ones that have that mentality of I'm the first one in and I'm the last one out.
You'll hear a lot of people talk about, oh, you don't have to work hard to manifest money, and this whole work hard thing is a bunch of malarkey. And so you got a lot of people just trying to figure out how to skip to the 4-hour work week, and they don't want to do what it takes to get to a place where you don't have to work as hard. But how about the fact that when you are doing something that you love, there's just an insatiable appetite inside of you to work hard, period. You don't decide that you want to be at the peak or the top of your game only for you to work really hard to get there and then stop. So something has to happen where that working hard is a test of your perseverance, it's a test of your commitment, and then all of a sudden it turns into a like, look, this is just what I do. I mean, like, seriously. People can evaluate my schedule, look at what I do, and be like, that's too much. Well, you know what? Maybe about 3 years ago, I was feeling like it was too much. It's like, God, I got to do this, I got to do that. And it felt icky, especially because I wasn't necessarily getting the financial reward that I was looking for. Now, even if all of the money stopped, I can't stop, because it feels so good to be in my purpose. See, a lot of you start, you think you know what your purpose is, but really you still haven't 100% got that clarity because you don't see the impact. See, it's one thing to say, I know that I'm supposed to influence women, heal women, help children, and to get out there and start working. And then you may start kind of doubting yourself or wondering if this is what you're really supposed to do. Or even if you know that is what you're supposed to do, you may start feeling some resentment. You may be looking at the sky, asking God, what in the world is going on? Why does this have to be so difficult? And so on and so forth. But that point does come when you do work with someone and they get the results. And you see that, wait a minute, I really can do this and I should do this. And the more and more people that you help, the more something rises in you. Your confidence grows as you get people results. Your passion grows, your knowledge grows, your wisdom, your desire. That's part of the reciprocation. Is you doing the work and seeing the results, doing the work and seeing the results. Because I don't know about you. Now, for me personally, since I've been doing what I've been doing, anybody that's committed to the process, they've gotten results. But I have held some clients that were a little bit, their thoughts were a little bit murky on how to deliver what it is that they have to offer. And as a coach, I had to guide them through saying, okay, when you're doing what you're doing with your process, you should look at not doing this or doing this in order to bring clarity to your clients. I've done things like that for them. And so then when they say, oh, just that simple thing right there. And when they see that it works, then they can woosah. And so I want you to think about where you are in your business right now. And are you, just doing the work? Are you posting, but you're not necessarily really working hard to post, like really pushing every doggone cell in your brain to think about how to advertise and market yourself with words? Oh my fucking God. Are you really pushing yourself and demonstrating the best version of you and being vulnerable when you're doing live videos? If there are books inside of you, are you being diligent and consistent about writing those words and getting them out? Are you making sure, even if you're a little bit more introverted, that you're challenging yourself and that you're going to networking events? Are you pushing yourself? Because I don't know about you all, but I don't like always necessarily making the first move. But for me, 2020 is a year of more intentional relationships. Now, I'm very good about outreach and I'm very good about connecting with people, but I needed to be on a whole nother level. And you know what that means? That more often than not, I'm the one who reaches out to someone else first to say, hello, how are you doing? Let's hop on a call. Let's have a chat, and so on and so forth. But sometimes that gets on, I won't say that it gets on my nerves, but it can get uncomfortable because am I bugging them or am I not? But they're not reaching out to me. I can't think about those things. I have to go past the discomfort and only do what I know that I'm doing. Because guess what? I'm only reaching out to women that I'm like, I like her. She's got great energy. If she has something going on, I'd like to support her. Maybe we can collaborate. Maybe we've already collaborated. I want to keep the relationship fresh because we'll be able to do it again. You know what I'm saying? And so on and so forth. So, my thing is there's a lot of stuff that you got to do. And as the business owner, you already know you're the accountant and you're the CEO. You know what I'm saying? You do everything. And if you're working at your home, yeah, you are also the janitor of your office. Every position that you can think of, you're in it. And your market research. Notice I said not the marketer. You are the marketer too, but you're also market research. You're all of those things. You're the person that's delivering the service. So you're going to have to work this thing, and you're going to have to work it until it hurts. And then eventually, even doing the things you don't necessarily want to do will feel good to you because you're willing to do whatever it takes to get it done. There are always going to be some things that you don't want to do that you have to do. So the people that are in the woo-woo world of, oh my God, business is just easy, and all I do is make sure that everything that I don't want to do, that I hire someone else to handle it. You know what? It's great. It's really, really great that you can pass things off, but this is not a perfect world. We will always have to take on some responsibilities that we prefer for someone else to take. And so a lot of you're looking at individuals, you're looking at their success, and you don't see what's happening on the background. You think they've got magic when you have no idea what seeds they have sown. They were tilling the hell out of that soil, planting those seeds out there in the scalding heat, dealing with the rain. They planted their seeds and they're reaping their harvest. And so you can't look at someone else and want what they have if you're not willing to do what they did to get it. So ladies, thank you always for tuning in. I hope that this gave you something to think about today. Challenge yourself to really look at how you're stepping up and showing up in business. If you haven't come over yet, make sure you go to www.aclive.co, that's .co, and join us in the Authentic Collective, where we're having deeper conversations around the stuff that we're talking about in the podcast and developing key relationships to ensure that we as women not only claim our space as entrepreneurs, but we remain entrepreneurs and become some of the most successful, baddest women you've ever seen. So until next time, I love you all, and I'll talk to you later. Deuces.
Thank you for joining me today. Remember to cultivate a mindset that is biased towards taking action. No bitching, whining, or complaining. Here, our mantra is, real women don't bitch, we get shit done. See you next week as I continue to bring you what you need to keep your head in the game and beast your business. Don't forget to hit subscribe and leave us a 5-star review. Would you like a specific topic covered? Have a question you would like answered live? Then head on over to realwomen.don't bitch.podcast.com. Subscribe to my email list, hit me up, and I got you. Interested in being a guest speaker? You walk the walk? Then you can sign up on the website too. This is your #1 advanced mental conditioning specialist for entrepreneurs, Mrs. Raw, Real, and Relentless. Signing out. Deuces.
Inspire, empower, grab your girls and soar a little higher. Unlock the fire in you.